Our persecution is on the religion of Judaism. This presentation is done by Noah Klaus, Dominic Holmes, Dawson Ryder, and Callie Thomas.
The history of Judaism starts with Abraham. He was born in 1813 BCE and chosen by GD to instruct his children and household on the righteous ways of the Lord. Judaism is the original of the three Abrahamic faiths, other being Christianity and Islam, and Judaism is the oldest monotheistic religion.
So, Jewish people believe in the Torah, which is actually the same thing as the Christian Bible's Old Testament. Uh, it is the oldest monotheistic religion. Abraham is the guy who basically spread the Jewish religion. To continue along with the previous slide, the Jewish people believe King David was the ruler starting in 1000 BC. There's also many different kinds of Jewish people. There's Orthodox, Hasidic, Reform, Conservative, Reconstructionist, and Humanistic.
Judaism features a wide variety of different holidays and traditions. One of the most widely known Jewish celebrations is Hanukkah, a time of commemoration in which freedom and finding light in a time of immense darkness are honored. Hanukkah begins on November 28th and ends on December 6th. Candles are lit each evening and special prayers and songs are recited.
Holidays continued. One of their holidays was the Passover. It lasted 7 to 8 days, celebrates Jewish freedom from slavery. That's when the Hebrew God passes over to show their freedom.
Yom HaShoah is one of the most important holidays in Judaism, as it is the official Holocaust Remembrance Day and it is recognized across the world by Jewish communities. Its name is also translated to Day of Remembrance of the Catastrophe and the Heroism. This holiday takes place on the 27th day in the month of Nisan. The observance takes place a week after the 7th day of Passover.
Jewish are taught people the book, which is an Islamic term referring to the Jews, Christians, and Sabians. Jewish kids are taught a variety of topics, including to be very critical, to distrust authority, and to love math and science.
So important people in Jewish culture are Abraham, who is basically the first Jewish person, Isaac, who is his son, and Jacob, who is Abraham's grandson. The Israelites are just the people of Israel. They're important as well. Then King David, who ruled the Jews, and Moses.
Some of the important locations in relation to Judaism include the holy cities of Jerusalem, Hebron, Safed, and Tiberias. After the Ottoman captured Palestine in 1516, these became the four main centers of Jewish life.
Some traditional values of Judaism include GD, who's the creator of everything, he's spiritual, and he's our father. Another traditional value is human dignity, are the fundamentals of the Torah and the rabbinic literature, or what is the right thing to do.
Judaism in the world and the U.S. So in the U.S., around 6 million people identify as Jewish, and in the world, around 16 million people identify as Jewish. and some important places are Jerusalem and just Israel in general.
Some major events are the Granda Massacre, which was December 30th, 1066, which was the Muslim mob stormed the royal palace in Granda, which killed up to 1,000 Jewish families. Then the First Crusade was from the 1096 to 1099. It was called the Holy War between the Christians and the Muslims, which ended up with the thousands of Jews dead and others converted to Christians. The Holocaust was another major event, which was ran by Adolf Hitler, which set up concentration camps during World War II, which ended up killing 6 million Jews. Other conflicts are the Spanish Exclusion, which was in 1492 when Spain's ruler issued that Jews must turn Christian or leave the country, which turned into people getting killed trying to escape the country.
The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is one of the world's longest-lasting conflicts, reaching 54 years to date. This conflict began in 1948 and has yet to be fully settled, despite several attempts of peace. This conflict arose from intercommunal violence against the Israelis and Arabs back in 1920.
Some famous Jewish people include Moses, who's an important prophet in Judaism, Sigmund Freud, who's a famous neurologist, Albert Einstein, who's a theoretical physicist, Anne Frank, who's one of the most discussed victims in the Holocaust, and Steven Spielberg, who's a famous movie director.
Judaism is a great religion with a powerful history of incredible strength and the ability to rise above injustice. There are a collection of beliefs shared within this religion which members hold close, such as the idea that God cannot be subdivided into different people, that God is transcendent, and that He created the universe without help. These beliefs date back to 4,000 years ago and still hold up today. The history of Judaism is rich in tradition and culture that can never be erased.